Here's what some Americans could receive in exchange for getting inoculated. What the experts say about Quebec's COVID-19 curfew measure. Ontario extends COVID-19 stay-at-home order, announces tighter restrictions COVID-19. Air Canada relief deal includes refunds for cancelled flights. Doctors warn pregnant women at higher risk of hospitalization with COVID-19 variants. Ontario Cabinet considering new restrictions as COVID-19 cases continue to soar. Ontario breaks another daily record for new COVID-19 cases. World-renowned Canadian teenage artist raises money for those in need. Ontario issuing stay-at-home order, declares third state of emergency amid spread of COVID-19 variants. Phase 2 of Ontario's COVID-19 vaccine rollout begins with a focus on hotspots. Big crowds turn out for Lynn Valley stabbing. Vigil COVID-19 variant concerns surge as Canada surpasses 1 million cases. Is vaccinating children the key to herd immunity? Doctor, answer your COVID-19 questions. Canada invests millions alongside Ontario into vaccine manufacturing facility. Ontario Education Minister tells Global News April break to go ahead. COVID-19. Ford says supply instability, biggest threat to Ontario's vaccination success. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine on Wednesday topped all other incentives to date by announcing a $1 million prize draw. DeWine said 5 Ohio residents would win the money in once-a-week drawings for adults who have received at least one dose of the vaccine. The prize money will come from federal pandemic relief funds. I know that some may say, DeWine, you're crazy. This $1 million drawing idea of yours is a waste of money, the governor said on Twitter. But truly, the real waste at this point in the pandemic, when the vaccine is readily available to anyone who wants it, is a life lost to COVID-19. I know that some may say, DeWine, you're crazy. This $1 million drawing idea of yours is a waste of money. But truly, the real waste at this point in the pandemic, when the vaccine is readily available to anyone who wants it, is a life lost to COVID-19. Nearly 42% of Ohio residents have received their first vaccine dose to date, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, while 36% have received their second dose. Both numbers are below the current national average. Load-era state employees in Maryland will receive $100 once they are fully vaccinated with 2 doses, Governor Larry Hogan announced at the beginning of May. Maryland has one of the highest vaccination rates in the U.S., with 52% of the population having received at least one dose, while 40% are fully vaccinated. If you get a vaccination, they will give you a free ticket to the game, Cuomo said at a press briefing. We call that a New York home run. The state, where 50% of the population has received at least one dose to date, is racing to reopen by May 19, with New York City promising to lift most major restrictions in June. Cuomo has also announced that Broadway shows will begin again in September, with tickets going on sale this week. Gov. Phil Murphy said the program is part of a larger initiative to offer vaccinations at popular tourist spots and mass gathering sites in order to step up vaccinations. The state has administered at least one shot to 55% of the population. We are putting into overdrive our work to hit our initial target of 4.7 million vaccinated New Jerseyans by June 30, Murphy said. Roughly 58% of Connecticut residents have received at least one vaccine dose, while 46% are fully vaccinated. Whether you're an angler or a hunter, a baseball fan or a racing fan, or someone who just all around enjoys being outside, now is a great time to protect yourself from COVID-19 and take to the outdoors, Governor Janet Mills said in a statement. Maine's vaccination rate is already high, with nearly 58% of the population at least partially vaccinated. The program will last until July 4, when Biden is hoping at least 70% of Americans will have been vaccinated. As of Wednesday, over 46% of Americans have been at least partially inoculated, while 35% have received both doses. The survey found 34% of unvaccinated respondents would get the vaccine if they received $100 in return. Nearly the same number said the same if they got $50, while the number dropped to 28% when only $25 was offered. Nearly 15% more people who responded to the survey were also keen to get vaccinated when told it would mean they could ditch masks and social distancing measures, compared to being told those measures would remain. Devin Grayson, an assistant professor in health communication at the University of Massachusetts, said in an earlier interview with Global News that it's still possible that number could be reduced, though admitted it will take work. We don't need every single person to be vaccinated. We just need most people to be vaccinated. So I don't think it's insurmountable, she said. The US is shifting away from the rationing phase of vaccine rollout and into improving access and addressing hesitancy. And that's going to take building relationships and trust, which is harder and will possibly require getting creative.